We have to talk about this incident that happened a couple days ago. Okay, this poor guy. Now,
well,
we don't know.
We don't know.
We
We're not taking sides.
We can't take sides on this. There is a foreign tourist who sounds British and looks British. I reckon he's British. So this foreign tourist is in Beijing at very, very, very famous.
I don't mean to laugh.
What? Okay, this.
Well,
yeah,
I kind of do.
Yeah,
But
so
again, we
yeah.
can't take a side.
No, we can't
We don't
take a
know what
side.
happened. We kind of know what happened.
We're going to analyze this a bit because
Yeah.
it's important. So this foreign tourist is at Beijing at a very famous tourist site. Okay, he's there with his camera. He's there to take photos. He's there to have the Beijing experience. And
What do you guys think is going to happen?
so anyway, this is where you would expect to go were you to visit China. You'd go to Beijing, obviously. You go see the temple,
Yeah.
whatever, the Sky Temple. You go and see that circular
Yeah.
jobby that
Yeah.
that what's that thing called?
The
That
Forbidden
thing.
Kingdom.
Yeah,
the
what's that
Temple of
circle
Heaven,
jobby?
The Heavenly something or other.
And you
There's
go.
lots.
It's got that like reverberates
Yeah, you
the
figure
noise.
it out.
Yeah, whatever. Well, you'll go there. We've been
You'll
there.
go there. We have.
Yeah,
we have.
you'll go there,
there's
okay?
Wait,
What is that like?
You'll go there,
Yeah.
okay?
You'll follow me, okay?
Let's take a look.
Yes.
Let's watch. Everyone ready for this?
What can I do?
Sure. Okay. All right. Okay.
Come on.
But you clearly, well, I'll go back to, you clearly hear him say, "What did I do?"
Yes. yes.
What can I do?
Yeah, she made contact. This poor guy.
You can almost hear the. You can hear
Yeah.
the. I think we have a soundbite of what was hit.
Do we?
What part of him was hit?
Oh,
No, no.
what?
What part of him do you think was kicked?
I don't know.
We have multiple versions of that body part that was kicked.
Oh, we don't.
We do.
Do we?
Yes.
Which one? Tell me.
It's a musical. It's a rap.
Oh, of course. I'm
He was
sorry.
kicked in the. That's right.
That's the okay.
That's right.
Okay,
Sorry, I set
finally.
you up
Sorry,
for
I'm a
a
little.
while there.
I was a little yeah,
It's all right, it's
behind,
okay.
slow today. Anyway,
Just the oof, the oh sound
yeah,
is visceral.
it is visceral. So it's not over. It's not over.
I wish we actually got more sound bites out of that,
Yeah.
but that was good. That
Yeah.
was good.
Let's keep going. You recovered.
Was it a slap?
Yeah, it's kind of a slap.
Like a slap punch?
Now listen to what the Chinese guy says.
他骂人，他看不见中文，知道吧？他说发给你，我靠！
I hear it. Yeah.
Okay, so
So he's the Chinese guy that slapped him is explaining to the
yeah,
other people.
because like one of the tourist guides or whatever that's
Yeah.
there is like, hey, stop.
Yeah.
And so he's justifying himself. What is the justification for this poor guy getting kicked in the ball sack? Over here? I gotta wait. I didn't get the perfect freeze frame.
Two British tourists is watching. Reach out, right? Reach out. Tell us the story. Tell us what happened. We're curious.
Yeah, exactly.
Slash Chinese guy that slapped him. Tell us your side of the story.
Why she
Reach
gonna
out.
kick him in the balls? Okay. Anyway.
Well, we'll find. Well, we
yeah,
know.
Yeah.
Well, according
so
to the.
the Chinese man said he's swearing at people. He swore at people. He said he swore at Chinese people
Yeah.
and said "f you."
他骂中国人, yeah.
Yeah. So he said he is swearing at Chinese people and
Yes.
saying "f you."
Yes, and
But
he says F you in English,
Yeah.
the old man says.
But
yeah.
at the same time, the Chinese guy is saying "f your mom's vagina."
Whoa, yeah, he could have blocked that part out too.
Well, I mean, that's
F
a
your-
medical term.
Yes, F your mom's private areas.
Yes. So the Chinese man is swearing at him.
Worse.
Worse.
Potentially worse. We don't even know
So,
what the British guy
Here-
said. He could have.
Yeah, here's the problem though, okay? There's a language barrier, and this can get incredibly dangerous. We're not, listen, we're not
No.
defending...
We don't know.
We're not defending... we're not defending Ballsack Man over here, because we don't know what he did.
Sure.
Okay, but here's the scenario that we're thinking,
Yeah,
right?
this is educational, I
Yeah.
promise.
This is
'Cause
the
this
scenario.
is not news.
There was probably a scuffle because in
Yeah.
queues in China, it's incredibly frustrating. It doesn't matter who you are, if you're Chinese or not, you always get people that cut in line and shove you out of the way and stuff. So we're guessing that there was some kind of a queue altercation, you know, because it's crowded and the guy's probably trying to like get to the front and someone. So he may have said F you. He may have.
I will say this.
Okay.
I have been in tourist areas in China. And I usually avoided them because we lived there, right? You don't want to go to a tourist place.
Sure.
But sometimes it's unavoidable. You end up in a tourist place, right?
Yeah.
And when I would see foreigners, and what I mean by foreigners is like this guy, a British guy or an American or a Canadian or wherever, right?
Yeah.
Typically Westerners. When I saw a Western tourist in a tourist area and they were getting jostled around in a very crowded area, as it often happens in China, they would get a lot of people would get very mad.
Because you're not used to that.
They would physically push people and be like, what the, mate?
Yeah, because people would be like bumping them and
Yeah.
getting in their space because there's no personal space in China and you're not used to it.
And you're not used to it. So I could see something like that happening here.
So, yeah.
And it's spiraling out of control.
The thing is, like, remember the Chinese guy said the only thing he did wrong was swear at people.
Yes.
So I'm guessing something happened and he said, F you, mate, or whatever he said.
After getting jostled or whatever.
Yeah, maybe. We don't know. Speculation. But is that reason to kick him in the balls and slap him in the face?
Oh, no. I'm just trying to figure out what happened.
But here's the dangerous part, because I've actually been in a very similar situation to this before. Obviously, I didn't get kicked in the balls, but I got beat up pretty badly. And I got beat up because I was having an argument with a Chinese guy. And I said to him, and I was a little drunk, and I said, you are a piece of garbage to him.
You're a piece of trash.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, you are a piece of trash.
It's like a normal argument you'd have.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Like when you're having a heated argument when you're young and whatever. And he turned around to the crowd and he said, this foreigner said all Chinese people are pieces of trash. And then the crowd started to attack me.
Absolutely would never
I would never say that. I said that to him. I said, you. I said, you are a piece of trash. Yeah. So, you know, that's the problem. The guy said, this guy is swearing at Chinese people. Right. So this could have spiraled out of control big time. It could have been incredibly dangerous because people don't need a reason. Okay. If they hear that, the xenophobia can kick in, the nationalism can kick in, a mob can form. This guy could have been beaten to death.
Again, we don't know.
We don't know. I'm just saying, like, this is just a situation. Yeah, reach out.
Something more important than all of this. This is a great advice you've given to people, and like explaining what what happens.
Yeah.
More importantly, we had a suggestion from the chat that says this needs to be a new ball sack clip.
Oh yes, wait for it.
That needs to be ball sack. That needs to say ball sack.
That's not a bad idea.
Dude,
that's not a bad idea.
A sound bite. Then this guy, they got kicked in the balls and sacrificed his sack. For the crowd, for the audience, for the China show. You sacrifice your sack, you will be immortalized.
I think, we got ourselves a new soundbite. Let's just...
And every time he sees it, if this guy happens to watch the show, every time he watches it, he'll be like, oh.
Can we just one more time?
The Malik B in the background is so apt. You know what I mean?
He's like, that just means your mom's, whatever.
Yeah.
And then
but the way he says it, like, Malik B.
Yeah, it's so bad. I love how he's like, this guy swore, and then he swears worse. It's like, we're beating him up because he said bad words. Here are some more bad words.
Bad words.
Exactly. He's like, what did I do? What did I do?
Yes, very welcoming for Chinese tourists in this country. That guy knows what he's doing too. That's all Chinese guy. That's nice. And he's left-handed. See that? That's kind of rare in China.
Yeah.
Usually they fix left-handers,
if this guy didn't have his camera dangling and all that, he may have had like more mobility. You should think about that in the future.
Probably not. Trying to pick up this guy like he's got the moves. Do you think this guy's gonna be like?
You know what kind of surprises me the most about this guy is that he's got a ponytail.
Does he?
Yes, he does.
No
Look,
way.
he's got a little ponytail. Yeah, he's got a little ponytail. See
Pony
it?
sack.
He doesn't look like the kind of guy with a ponytail, right?
My British pony. Can he be my British pony?
Yes.
And then he gets whacked in the sack.
My British pony. Yeah, exactly.
My British pony.
I'm sorry, we're really just making too much light of the situation.
Well, it was dark. What we just
it's
came
true.
in with.
It's true. This little kid walks up to the foreigner and says, "I'll murder you." I mean, that's not very nice. He says, "I'll murder you." Okay, I'll beat you to death. Yeah, I'll beat you to death, which is the same as saying I'll murder you.
你。
为啥？
那边外国不能入侵中国。
Okay, so that's his. The guy who speaks impeccable Chinese is like, why? You know, randomly. Imagine. I mean, I don't need to imagine. This has happened to me before. I'll tell you in a minute. But So the kid walks up and he's like, "I will murder you." And he's like, "Why?" And he's like, "So that foreigners can't invade China."
Because his parents and his teachers, at the instruction of the state, have told them to teach their children that people from other countries are evil and that we need to drive them out.
If I was this guy, I'd say, "It's too late. I'm here already." You know what I mean? It's like, exactly.
不好意思,
Yeah.
我已经到了.
Yeah, exactly. Taiwan. One time, I was riding a bicycle.
Yeah.
I've told this story before. Some of you will know, but I was riding a bicycle from Shenzhen to Zhuhai, which was a very horrible cycle, by the way. One of the worst things I've ever done in my life. So I'm cycling through smog and, there's buses and all that stuff. And I was getting sunburnt and I had a handkerchief and I put it underneath my cap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Keep it up
You
your
know,
neck.
to keep the sun off my neck. And I pulled up on the side of the road and these little kids started throwing stones at me, like attacking me.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell? And they were, I wasn't really clued up to the whole like anti-Japan thing at the time. But the Japanese soldiers, their uniform had that kind of like cap with the neck shade built in type thing.
And they're like, "Das ist
yeah, exactly. So to them,
Japanese.
I looked like a Japanese guy.
Yeah.
And I just, on a bicycle, I just pulled up and I'm being stoned.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What's going on? Is this the Bible? You know what I
Is this
mean?
the Bible?
Yeah, what's going on?
And the crazy thing about being a foreigner is that like a lot of people don't know the difference or they don't know who they're supposed to hate at that moment. So I've been in an elevator. I remember an old man goes, he was really mean. He looks at me and he goes, "Where are you from?" in Chinese. And I can't remember. I think I said like either American or Canadian, just trying to be safe. I might have said Canadian to be
Canadian's
safe.
always a safe bet, yeah.
Not now.
Not now. It used to
Now
be.
it's the worst.
Yeah, it used to be.
That was my point. Is that and then he said, "Good. If you were," and he said some country. "If you were this country, you would be my enemy or something."
Yeah.
And another old man one time asked me where I'm from, and I did say American, and he said, "You are our enemy," right?
Nice.
Another time, that guy said I pretended to be British or something. And I know you guys didn't introduce me.
No, because they're like, "Where are you from?" And I said British.
Yeah.
And he said, "Good, because if you're American,
I'd
we'd
kill
beat you up."
Beat you up. Yeah, beat you to death.
Exactly.
So this kind of stuff happens, and it's like an ever-changing thing. You have to look at who China's pissed off at the moment. People will approach you, ask you where you're from, and you can have the wrong answer.
Yeah.
It's not good.
It's just unfortunate. And I don't like it when people teach hate.
No. Absolutely not.
I'm firmly against that. I grew up in South Africa at the end of apartheid, and I've seen what hatred does. And to actually on purpose teach children to hate is awful.
Oh, it's sick.
Yeah.
And this is the kind of thing, it's just symptomatic of what the government's, they're trying to, I said this in my video, but they're trying to have their hate and hide it too. Because they don't want anyone to see that this is the case, but they did this on purpose.
Yeah.
They want the kids to think like this because then they grow up being patriotic under the umbrella of the CCP and then hating the outside world so that they're under control.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they don't want them to say that part out loud for foreigners to see because then they don't get foreign investment, they don't get tourism and all the stuff that they so desperately need to stay alive. They're in this horrible trap. China's really painted itself into a corner.
Well, I mean, flip this on its head, right? Say you want Chinese tourists to come to your country.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll say like the Bahamas.
Bahamas, okay. So you're like, okay, Chinese people, we want you to come and we're open, we're free. But then when Chinese tourists come, little kids walk up to them and say, "I will murder you."
Yeah, because you're Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, "Why?" It's because we don't want you invading our country.
Yeah.
That is what's happening here.
Yes.
Now, surely if that happened, then Chinese people would be like, "You know what? We don't want to visit."
It would get a full boycott.
Yeah.
And the government would sponsor a boycott.
Yeah.
Right.
But foreigners being told they're going to be murdered by little kids in China and being kicked in the balls and whatever else at tourist spots, that's okay. We overlook that. We overlook the fact that little kindergartners are learning to stab people and learning to shoot Japanese people and all that. We just overlook it.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're like, "Oh, it's fine to go there."
It turns out you are getting stoned, by the way, by children. Apparently, a lot of our audience right now, a lot of people in our audience are currently getting stoned.
Okay, excellent. In case you didn't know what I'm supposed to be, I'm a last-minute hipster.
I
You
look
could
like a
have-
fucking shamateur.
You do. Dude, this is a Shamata wig.
I am a avid micro fisherman. Do not make any jokes. This is freaking annoying! Oh my gosh, I'm actually gonna have a panic attack! Microfishing is the idea that you go
To use your little fishing rod.
They will not bite on a full-size pole, right? So either, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to
I'm
take
sorry.
this thing off.
They will not bite on a full-size pole.
Come on! This is a horny-headed chub, which is not really conducive to the jokes we've been making, isn't it?
When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind